Okay, you need to watch your step around here. That's what's going on. All your steps need to be watched.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Star Season 2. Alright, listen. So we go right in. We are at a court hearing for Simone and trying to get her out so she can go back home, to Carlotta. And the judge was like, nope, not yet, not ready. She's still stuck in foster care. I said, okay, cool, no problem. Then after that, we see Hael. Him and his boys have actually gained themselves a spot on the showcase. Of course, Carlotta knows they were good, but it ain't really about that. We knew that he was banging Ayana's box out, and Carlotta knows it, but they don't know that Carlotta knows. So that's that. That's how they got their spot. So it's hindering the girls from, because the girls, it just downplayed everything they did with the boys. So that was that. Next thing you know, Noah actually ends up doing this hashtag Midtown Matters, and it's basically, it's bad press on Midtown Records, because it's basically given that he did a post on Twitter and it was like, Midtown Records cared nothing about the fact that the boy lost his life. All they cared about was the business part. Well, Ayana's dad was snapping out on her and telling her, you better get this shit under wraps. And I mean, get it under wraps now. You need to make a statement, this, that, and the other. Ayana's just such a asshole that she just don't want to do whatever it is her dad says needs to be done, because she just wants to prove him wrong, that he's not always right, that she knows what to do, but she don't. She don't know what to do. She's an asshole. So that's what was going on. It was just steadily gaining momentum. So the girls are actually, they're trying to work a route. Alex is trying to get in touch with Gigi, because Gigi liked Alex. You all remember Gigi. Gigi's being played by, what's the baby girl's name? Not Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor is actually playing Joyce Cherie, who is an artist that Star is actually trying to get close to see if she'll do a feature with them. And Kiki Palmer. Kiki Palmer is actually playing Gigi. So that's that. So this is what they got going on. Now Derek is actually meeting up with Soraya, which is the girl, the Muslim girl from the store. They're talking about different things in the community, and she's like an activist, just like him and everything like that. And he had a little episode when he was with Miss Soraya, baby. They was talking, and then she gave him a hug. She's going to leave, baby, and she left faster than that, because he had done rose to the occasion a little bit, baby. She looked up and he had a teepee, honey. She's like, is that a boner, child? I got to go. And he didn't ran on off. She ran on off because, he couldn't get one with Alex. I said, oh. All right, so that's that. Next, we actually see Carlotta goes and talks to Noah. And she's, he's moping around. He's having such a hard time. And she's asking him, do you have anybody to talk to? Other than your boys and this, that, and the other, do you have someone you can actually talk to, a mother figure or somebody, somebody like that? And he's like, no, she told him, well, I could actually be that. If you need to talk, you can come and talk to me. So that was nice that she offered herself. He's like, no, I'm fine. In the midst of all that, they were in the studio. He was playing the song that him and Alex did. And Carlotta was like, what is that? So she's like, y'all sound good together. That's that baby making music. Don't be trying to make no babies with Alex. And he's like, oh, no, I'm not. Still hasn't led on that he's messing with Star. He's keeping the rules. So that was that. Carlotta's wheels are spinning. Okay, Carlotta goes and sees Ayana and basically tells her, you know, I got something for you that might work. She told her, you know what you need to do is, she said, there's a song with Noah and Alex. You can use that. That will divert everybody around about the stuff that's going on with the hashtag. And you do that, she said, I'm telling you, it'll stop all of this bad buzz you got going on. She tells her, she says, well, I'll think about it. And she said, and then she said, but then now if we got a deal, you put my girls on the showcase. She's like, I'll think about it, Carlotta. She walks on off. Right after that, Ayana had a little run-in with Simone, and Simone told her, you know, basically some of the problems that she was having, this, that, and the other. Told her, either you going to let us go or something. Don't keep stringing us along and act like you don't see us. You know, she gets smart with Ayana. Ayana turn around. She will say, I'm the one, I'm in foster care. And everybody's like waiting on me to mess up and this, that, and the other. Do you know how that feels? She said, I probably will mess up. You know, she's like, unfortunately, I do know how that feels. And she says, well, what I'll do is I'm going to check with legal and see what I can do for you. She comes back with the idea of emancipation for Simone. Baby, when that goddamn Carlotta found out about that, she called Ayana and snapped out to her, you stay away from Simone. You stay away from them girls. Those girls are like my daughters. Those are my family. They're nothing but numbers to you. You don't care about them. Simone, the last thing she needs is emancipation. She needs adult supervision, and we know that because we know that she run around wanting to be with girls, so she think, and she gets high. We know she'll get high. She really ain't responsible enough to have her own place and be emancipated, but whatever. So Carlotta ends up cussing her out. Ayana's like, oh, is this all about high heel? She's like, I don't even know nothing about what you talking about. What about no high heel? She said, and for the record, girl, been there, done that. Been there, done that. Honey, when Ayana was like, oh, okay, she gets off the phone with Carlotta. Honey, she was right there at that time while she was sitting there getting cussed out. That doggone Hail was munching her box. He was munching her box and came right up from up underneath the covers and kissed her up in her mouth. I said, oh, all right, honey, just a hot mess. I said, this is just too much. In the meanwhile, Star gets with Brody. Brody then had another conversation with old girl, you know, Star's ex's mammy. I can't think of her name right now. Can't think of her name with her ugly ass and her flat. She had these sequin pants on. Her ass was just as flat as a board. I said, girl, you look terrible. Terrible. But yeah, so Star makes a deal with Brody about going to this party for Joyce Cherie. Said, you get me in, it's like $5,000 to get in. He got the money from old girl, $10,000 to get on in the party and all that. They want to get Star's phone because they're all that stuff is in Star's phone that has to do with her son and all that, all the videos and all the pictures and all that of where he beat her and hit her and all that. So they go ahead. She makes this little deal with Brody. They end up going to the party. Just so happened, Joyce Cherie's bracelet fell off. Brody got it. He really lifted it off her, I believe. He bumped her, knocked it off, or got it off her wrist, but she had dropped it or whatever. So she got the bracelet. He gives it to Star and says, oh, my daughter gave this back. And that's how Star got to drum up the conversation with her. Shady. The two of them together, shady, honey. I said, oh, gosh. And Tiana Taylor, she looked beautiful. She really did, playing the part. Her hair was cut short. She was sharp as ever. So they go through all of that. Meanwhile, in the whole trap of that, and I didn't like this because this was lazy writing. All that right there was lazy writing. She left her phone, and Brody ends up with her phone. How many of us leave our phones, honey? We don't leave and lose our phones nowhere. So I don't know who you pulling that one with. Lee, you know better than that. You know I love you, Lee, but don't do that no more. That was petty. So that's that. He got her phone. Over at this party that Alex is at with Gigi, Noah shows up. Acting a fool, honey, getting in the water with his pants off and carrying on. I said, oh, this is just too much. He ends up being at the party and post a couple pictures on Twitter with Alex, and people immediately start hashtagging and talking about they was together and creating this buzz. Gigi told him, you know what, that's perfect. That's a perfect hype. Y'all ain't got to play all the way into it. Just let it do what it do. Let the rumor fly. It's going to give y'all both some shine, and it's perfect. It's what y'all need before this old dumbass showcase y'all doing. And that's that. So they're like, all right, cool. Alex is worried about Derek, of course. So that's that. Next day, Noah shows up. Star was all bothered because they were having this whole little conversation. Carlotta was like, that ain't no good plan. They're like, it's okay. It's all right. Star was bothered. Remember, you ain't supposed to like Noah, Star. But she was all bothered, honey. But she ain't lead on that she been screwing him. But she's feeling some kind of way about it. And that was that. Alex is worried about Derek. Derek didn't even realize that. Derek was trying to tell her about the boner he got off of Sanaya, or Soraya. And she's like, got jealous, like, well, why you have that with her? This, that, thing, and the other, and on and on. I said, child, y'all are doing too much. Noah came over to see Star to apologize to her. She's going to try to play it like it ain't bothering her. Well, don't even worry about you. Don't owe me no explanation, boy. He said they're going to go walk in the house. I said, now you going to play around. You going to play around, and he going to turn his back, and he going to be with Alex, and you going to be feeling stupid. Real stupid. Anyway, so that was that. The very last thing we see Cotton. I'm like, where is Cotton at? We see Cotton, baby, and the damn jailbird ass Sally boy that broke into her place and then went up there and grabbed her up, honey, and told her, she said, I told you we was done. He said, you ain't never gonna be done with me, girl. And leaped up on him. Child, he fine too. She leaped up on him, honey. He gave her stretch out on the bed, gave her, give me that box, honey. I said, oh. Said, all right, Miss Cotton, I don't know how you gonna get out of this one, girl. But yeah, it was interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, this won't be back for 2 weeks. And I'm like, child, Empire Star, y'all killing me, honey, with this Fox programming and y'all being gone for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. I can't take it. But anyway, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Later.